I get asked a lot, like, why did I get into pricing? And there's no magic thing to it, but here's why. My first business had meteoric success, and even though I had tens of thousands in the bank, when I ran the numbers, I realized that I would go broke sometime really soon if I didn't change things. Sorry for the train, the environment I live in. So what I needed to do was figure out what my numbers were. It's like, what were all my expenses? How much money was I spending versus how much you're bringing in? And I realized that at over a $3,000 sale, my company was only making $75. I wasn't paying myself because I believed the lie that the first year you work in your business, you put it all back in. And we got to live. So that didn't make sense. By the way, don't believe that lie. So what I did was I reset all my numbers and I figured out a really simple calculation or formula, mathematical formula, to be able to let me know exactly what I needed to charge and how many sales I needed each and every week for me. I do it now by the month for people or by the year, but I needed to know every week. And so I realized that I was undercharging, and the amount of sales that were coming in were fine because I did really well with my marketing. I recommend that you focus on that first. If you don't have that together, everything else doesn't really matter, does it? But once I ran my numbers, I realized that I needed to adjust them. So I did. Once I adjusted my numbers, what happened was I could sell less and I actually made more. And my prices didn't go up dramatically from 2,900 on average to about 3,600. So that's basically a $700 increase. And at the time I was doing bathroom remodeling. It's not that much money of an increase in that type of business. So, but what I'm telling you is know your numbers, get the pricing together. The reason that I got into it, back to that one, is because if I didn't make that adjustment and my business slowed down even 25% for longer than a few weeks, I would have imploded. I would have went out of business. I wouldn't. I'd have lost every single thing that I put into it, plus the time and the emotional toll it would have taken. But what it did when I made the difference, when I made that shift, was it took me from thinking, right? Because if somebody said, and that's what happened, somebody said, "Hey, how's your business?" I go, "Oh man, the business is great. I got 30,000 in the bank," and I was asked, "How profitable are you?" And when I ran those numbers, I realized I wasn't profitable at all. My business again was making 75 bucks a sale. My installers were making 320 bucks a day. My sales reps were making 10% commission. I was the only one that wasn't making anything. I had to turn that around. There's too many business owners out there, speakers, course creators, workshop events, retreats. You guys know yourselves. You're not making enough at the end of the day. When everybody else gets paid and what's left you think is your income, that's a bad strategy because there's never enough. Once I made that change and I worked the formula out, what happened was things turned around. The following year, the first year, by the way, I did 1.2 million in sales. Woohoo! But I didn't make any money. The second year, we did 1.8 and we actually sold less jobs. Believe it or not, we sold less jobs, made more money, had better customer service ratings. Everybody was happy. I had a great team. I filtered everything out. I'm telling you that you can do this. What you need to do is you need to figure out what your numbers are so that you're actually running a business that pays you, that supports you, that pays for everything else, and has a profit at the end of it. So that when your business needs something, you're not reaching into your pocket for that to happen. You're pulling the funds out of the bank account of your business because you had profit on every single sale that you made. Every transaction should have it. If you don't have a set number of profit, you need help. You need to figure it out. And if you can't do it on your own, you know where to reach me. It's not that difficult, but it is vitally important to your success and your survival for you to do this. So I wish you all the best. I tell you, stay road tested.